and welcome to another episode of Fully Charged, which comes from the Geneva Motor Show, which, believe it or not, is in Geneva, in Switzerland. It's ever so good. Before entering this huge hall, I'd never been to a motor show before. Everyone I've met who's been to car shows has told me, oh, Geneva's the best one to go to because it's not too big. Well, it was big enough for me. One of the first things I noticed was that pretty much every car manufacturer you've ever heard of had an electric car on display. These are from the Chinese company BYD. That stands for Build Your Dreams. Well, I guess that's what they're doing. They're already producing these cars in the tens of thousands for the Chinese market. BYD is the company that probably made the battery for your mobile phone or laptop, and they are using this battery know-how to power their cars. They're also clearly developing electric drive systems for much larger commercial vehicles and buses. BMW had a rather swishy electric concept car on display. Nice. But thankfully, they also had this, the BMW Active E, a fully electric version of the 3 Series Beamer, which is due out next year. They filled every available space left by the internal combustion engine and gearbox with batteries. The drive system fits neatly between the 2 rear wheels. Of course, the scene stealer at Geneva was this, the fully electric Rolls-Royce Phantom 102 EX. The batteries store 71 kilowatt hours of power, which feed 2 thumping 290 kilowatt electric motors driving the rear wheels. You don't even need to get your driver to plug it in at the end of the day. It's fitted with an induction charging system. You just park it over the charging plate and forget it. Another car arriving soon is the Ford Focus Electric. I actually had a drive of this one. Well, I made the wheels go around on a static rolling road. This is yet another battery conversion of an existing car, but they've done a really good job. And the Ford Sync voice-activated controls in these cars are really amazing. I then stumbled upon what has proved to be another media-grabbing attention seeker, the VW Bully Concept. Yes, it's a concept and you can't buy one, but if they ever do make one, I want one. Really beautifully put together electric mini camper van. It also has an excellent iPod holder thing, which integrates into the car's electronics. It's all very clever stuff. Come on, VW, pull your finger out and make them. I was intrigued by this display on the Renault stand. Lots of people have asked me about this idea. Basically, an electric car with a replaceable battery. Renault are seriously considering this and it could make a big difference. However, there's plenty of problems to overcome. For one thing, every car would have to use the same battery type and the same size, and someone would have to own and service a hell of a lot of batteries. I like the model though. Off it goes. Whee! Then this 3-ton beast caught my eye. A plug-in electric Range Rover hybrid with, amazingly, a claim for the same CO2 output as a Toyota Prius. I couldn't find out if they're going into production, but I'm going to find out soon. Then I saw the new model of the car that started it all for me, the Toyota Prius Plus. After that, it was a blizzard of electric cars everywhere I looked, although I stopped when I saw this. And this little car I'm sitting in now I think is truly impressive. This is the Mia. It's built in France, all-electric, plug-in electric car. And as you can tell, I'm sitting in the centre of this car, not on one side or the other. So they can import this into England without having to change where the steering wheel is. And it's got seats at the back, as you can see. So it's a 4-seater electric vehicle. It's really, really nice. It even has a clever thing so that when you get out of the car and you're going to bash your foot on the side of it, because you're right in the middle, you imagine how you get out of a car. Look what they've done. They've cut a hole in it so you don't scrape your leg on the floor. Slidey doors, boot space, 100 miles range, it has to have 100 miles range. And this is a really smart little motor. I love this. I was also very pleased to finally see the Ampera. This is the extended range electric car from Vauxhall. It's a plug-in battery car with a small petrol engine which gives you a much greater range. I'm really looking forward to finding out what this car's really like. It's very interesting because I know for a fact that about 3 years ago at the same show there was a couple of electric cars on display, the Mitsubishi i-MiEV, the Tesla,
and that was about it. This year it is very, very different. All the big ones you've heard of. We've got cars here that are either just coming into production or are at least concepts. There are electric sports cars coming out the walls. Not all of them that you will ever be able to buy necessarily, but I mean there is an enormous change in the automotive industry, and it's reflected very strongly here. It's an overwhelmingly confusing place to walk around. This is the press day today, so the public aren't allowed in yet. It's just full of men in dark suits. I'm one of them. But the only car that you can actually buy that's an electric car at the moment is the one that's right behind me, the Nissan Leaf.
Although saying the Leaf is the only electric car you can buy right now is a little unfair, as you could, if you had the money, buy a Tesla. But the Leaf is a little more affordable, and Nissan have already received 27,000 orders for the car. Also on display on the Nissan stand was this little fella, the Town Pod. Still a concept at the moment, but very much in the pipeline. I really like the look of it. And again, it's 100% battery electric. Then, the only actual official announcement I saw all day was for this, the Nissan S-Flow, or ES-Flow, who knows. An electric two-seater sports car. There's no point pretending. I know it's only a concept car, I know it will change before it's mass-produced, but I want one. I want that one. So that's it, an exhausting but very interesting day. There's a lot more fully charged episodes coming soon, some really exciting cars that I'll actually get to drive. So, not that you can stay tuned, but come back again soon.